Rhubarb season at the moment in the UK. I love rhubarb, especially in my breakfast in the morning. And the way I like to cook rhubarb is just roast it in the oven. And I'm going to roast this with a little maple syrup. So just cut it up into kind of bite-sized pieces, like so. Pop it on your tray. Little bit of maple syrup on top. If you don't have maple syrup, you could just sprinkle some sugar. That's going to go in a hot oven for about 10 to 15 minutes until the rhubarb's kind of soft but not mushy. In the meantime, I'm going to make an almond pudding to go with my rhubarb. This is dairy free. Also, it doesn't have any eggs in it. So it's vegan. I had to think about that for a moment. I always never know. So anyway, really simple thing to make. I just need a few ingredients. So I'm going to do it by the hop. I've got some corn flour here, about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to put that in my pot. Then I've got my unsweetened almond milk. So I use unsweetened almond milk just because I like to control how much sweetness I'm going to add. So just a little bit. Whisk it in to make a paste. Once you have a lump-free paste, just pour in the rest of the milk. Now I'm going to turn on the heat. I'm going to warm that up. So you're just warming it up until it thickens and you want like one bubble to kind of pop out. It's important at this point not to disappear, because if you stop whisking, then sometimes the milk will catch at the bottom and burn and it becomes lumpy. So you want to whisk regularly. The pudding started to thicken up and you can see all the bubbles. So that means the starch is cooked off. I can turn it off. And now I'm just going to add half a teaspoon of almond essence. It's a little, not too much because you don't want it too strong. Smells good. And then I'm going to add some maple syrup for sweetness, but also because the maple flavour and the almond just goes so well together. So just see. Have a little taste. Just a little bit more. Good. That's always great about having unsweetened almond milk, is you can add the sweetness to your liking. So just add enough that you're happy with it. Okay, I think it's good. So at this point it's quite runny and I'll need to pop it in the fridge for it to set. So what I'm going to do is going to pour it into my teacups here. Let's try not make a mess. This is where I'm a bit, gonna make a mess. Doesn't have a lip. Oh wow, it's pretty much spot on for 4 portions. Just going to let these cool down before I put them in the fridge. And then once the rhubarb's done and these have cooled, they've set, you can assemble everything. Oh, hot stuff. Smells really good. So it's still, you know, got a little bit of its shape. It's not totally mushy. That's how you want it. I'm going to grab my almond pudding. Had to think about that for a moment. Got all these teacups dotted around. Ooh, it's so wobbly. Wobble, wobble, wobble. How funny. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's like real jelly. Feels like jelly. And then to serve, really simple. So you can have them kind of lukewarm when they're just a little bit set, or you can keep them in the fridge and chill them completely. That's also possible. And if you don't fancy rhubarb, honestly, with some nice berries, just as good. Like strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, bung them all on top. And need a spoon. So just pop a few slices. And if you really want to, you can add a little drizzle of maple syrup on top. And there you have it, my gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar-free, whatever-free dessert. Roasted rhubarb with an almond pudding. Simply delicious. Despite being free of loads of stuff. Ooh. Mmm. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Please. Thank you.